Welcome back to Money Hacks USA, where we make your money work smarter. Inflation acts like a hidden tax that chips away at every dollar you hold. Right now, even a modest 3% annual rate means $1,000 loses $30 in buying power each year without you noticing. Over 10 years, that same $1,000 drops to roughly $740 worth of goods. Many people watch their bank balance stay flat or grow slowly and assume they are getting ahead until they face higher grocery bills, rent, and gas. The problem grows worse when wages lag behind prices, leaving families with less real income each month. This video breaks down the 5 most common mistakes that let inflation steal more from your accounts. You will see exactly how each error works with real dollar examples and what simple shifts can limit the damage. Stay tuned, because knowing these traps helps you keep more of what you earn. The first mistake is letting large amounts of cash sit in zero-interest checking or basic savings accounts. At 3% inflation every year, your balance loses purchasing power, even if the number on screen never drops. $10,000 left untouched becomes worth only $9,700 next year in real terms. Many households keep 6 months of expenses and cash for emergencies, but fail to move the excess into higher-yielding options that at least match inflation. Over 5 years, this idle cash can lose more than $1,500 in buying power on a $20,000 emergency fund. The fix starts with checking your account rates and moving money you do not need immediately into money market funds or short-term treasuries that currently pay above inflation. Track the difference each quarter so you see the real growth instead of just the nominal balance. This single change stops the quiet leak without adding risk to your emergency cushion. The second mistake is avoiding investments that historically beat inflation, such as broad stock index funds. Holding only cash or low-yield bonds means your wealth shrinks in real terms every year prices rise. Data shows the stock market has returned about 7% after inflation over long periods, so a diversified portfolio can protect and grow purchasing power. Someone who keeps $50,000 entirely in cash for 20 years could lose more than $20,000 in real value, while the same amount in low-cost index funds would likely maintain or increase buying power. The key is consistent investing rather than timing the market. Even small monthly contributions to total market funds compound over time and outpace the 3% inflation rate most years. Review your allocation once a year and increase stock exposure if your time horizon is 10 years or longer. This approach turns inflation from an enemy into a neutral factor for your long-term money. The third mistake is building a budget with fixed dollar amounts that never adjust for rising costs. When you set a $200 monthly food line and prices climb 5%, that same basket now costs $210, yet many people keep spending the old number and quietly go over. Over a year, this gap adds up to more than $120 on food alone for a typical household. The same issue hits utilities, insurance, and transportation. Fix it by reviewing every budget category every 6 months and increasing the numbers by the latest inflation rate for that category. Use a simple spreadsheet that pulls current price data from your bank app so adjustments happen automatically. This habit keeps your spending plan realistic and prevents the slow erosion of your planned savings rate. The fourth mistake is staying in the same job without pushing for raises or exploring better paying roles. If inflation runs 3% and your pay stays flat, you lose 3% in real income each year. Over 5 years, that compounds to roughly 15% less purchasing power from the same work. Many workers wait for annual reviews instead of tracking market rates for their skills and asking for adjustments every 12 to 18 months. Changing jobs can deliver an 8 to 12% bump that more than covers inflation. Keep a running list of your achievements and current salary data from sites that show averages for your role and location. Bring that evidence to conversations with your manager or during interviews. This step protects your income growth from falling behind rising prices. The fifth mistake is keeping all long-term savings in fixed-rate products like certain bonds or annuities that do not adjust when prices rise. A bond paying 4% looks safe until inflation hits 5% and your real return turns negative. Over a decade, this gap can shrink a $100,000 position by more than $10,000 in actual buying power. The solution is a mix that includes assets with built-in growth, such as dividend stocks or inflation-protected securities. Rebalance once a year, so no single fixed-rate holding dominates your portfolio. This balance limits the damage when inflation spikes, without giving up all stability. Check your statements each quarter and move a portion into growth assets if fixed income makes up more than half your holdings. To recap, avoid leaving cash idle without interest. Move some savings into growth assets. Update your budget numbers every 6 months. Push for raises or job changes. And limit fixed-rate holdings that lose to rising prices. These 5 changes keep inflation from quietly draining your accounts. If this video helped you spot a leak in your own plan, subscribe to Money Hacks USA for more practical tips each week. Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. Warren Buffett.